What's up everyone, my name is Alex, I'm one of the co-founders of MyInvestingClub.com, and I want to let you guys know about something special we're doing for our viewers on YouTube. So the most common question we get asked is, how do I start day trading? So what me and my mentor Bao did is we create a free 2-hour mentorship course for the brand new trader. It's going to be available at myinvestingclub.co. The link is going to be right here. This is a free webinar that reveals our 12 secrets that every single brand new day trader should know before they start. I also want to let you guys know about something that's very unique to MIC. So if you have any questions about trading, or you're curious about trading, or you don't know if MIC is the right fit for you, now you can text our head mentor Tosh, whose number is going to be right here, and he'll answer all the questions that you have in less than 24 hours. Thank you and enjoy the video.
What's up guys? I'm gonna do my end of week recap for you. I did like half the week earlier just because I was really bored. And so I want to wrap it up for the end of the week. So first ticker, I'm gonna go today and then I'll go backwards. Ending this week 5 for 5 on green days. Pretty solid. I mean, it's funny, like the market has been easy for shorts, yes. But, it's still all about timing at the end of the day. So, pretty happy with this week's performance. So let's kind of go through how I executed. So Gene obviously gapped up to like 3 this morning. I think they had some dilution or whatever, and it just faded all morning. Everyone was all bummed. And like we said, sometimes, on a Friday, things get kind of funky. So that's kind of what happened, right? Yeah, at the end of the day into here, in the middle of the day, but zombie hours, Friday, kind of like a dead, beaten up stock that's not too hard to borrow. Just a good lesson to keep in mind. So this thing was kind of hovering around 2s. It was kind of grinding towards the open. My plan on it was to short like 240 and even 250. I mean, I was gonna scale this thing, probably into the 270s. That's kind of my idea, just from these lines. But yeah, so basically in the morning we got that push to 240. So I took a piece. This is kind of like I wouldn't call it a low-hanging fruit, but because the chart was so formed, I'm okay shorting a little bit bigger than just a starter. So I shorted, got a quick 20 cents out of it. I love, as you guys know with all my trades, I love these pushes into VWAP, especially when they're close together, when they reject. So basically what I did was that I shorted the VWAP reject with a pretty good size. Again, it's a slower day. I didn't use anything near big, like huge, just enough. Got another, 10, 15 out of it, recycled through on what I covered and then just covered at 2. Pretty stress-free in the morning, right? Like this is the trading I like. I love by 9:40, 9:45 being done with the ticker. Because then when you see what happens, right? It breaks down. Yes, I missed out on like 5 cents or whatever. But as it starts recovering, especially during getting closer into 10, when it starts recovering, to be honest, if I wasn't shorting, what was the other ticker? DNJR, I probably would have been attacking here. But during near zombie hours, man, if it ever claims VWAP, that's your signal to just stop out. There's nothing wrong with stopping out and just saying like, okay, I'll get back in if it rejects, right, with the VWAP risk. But, your second signal was it broke this high of day. So had the signals that it was going to be crazy. Alex did a sick job of kind of explaining, right? 240 was like this high of day. He said once the chart is under 240, then and under VWAP, that'll be considered backside. Or at least, safe for short. And look what happened, 240 right to 224, to 240 right to 220. So, you can avoid all this nonsense. And I'm glad I was kind of starting to make the video, because that, to be honest, I would have been really, really tempted to short up here. And who knows, anything can happen. That's why I really adapted this nail and bail. And my P&Ls, aren't always like massive. I'd rather make that, again, $700 to $2,000 consistently with no stress, like just fast, right, and be done with the day. That's my goal. That's like my personality and how I like to trade. If the opportunity's here in this time frame to make more money, obviously I'd like to take it, but before 10:30, it's just like that's my time. And honest to God, lately it's even been like before 10, like I'm almost done, because I like that emotional first couple moves. So that was my Gene trade. Let's see, what was the other? DNJR. This one I loved. So I had no idea about this ticker coming into the day, and all I pretty much saw was that there was a chat room pump involved. When a chat room pump's involved, I mean, I don't ever recommend these trades to new traders, just because, the thing is with them is they can go a lot farther than you expect. right, on the front side. So if you're gonna play them, wait until it's kind of rejected under VWAP and you have more risk levels. But how I like to describe these ones, let me see if I can do this. So the chat room came in, push high of day. Whenever it pushes high of day like this, that's where I start watching for it to stall out a little bit. Whenever I'm chasing a farmer chat room play, I really am only using, starters. So basically what I did, and then again, what I'm trying to say is like when this thing's under VWAP, that's when I short feeling more confident, and then I choose not to overstay, right? So kind of had these levels drawn out in the, this just as that support to 220 and kind of look how it played off. So what I did was I put a starter on it like 315, expected it to go a little higher so I could add, but it just kind of tanked, right? It made like a quick, 20 cents right there, covered only half and then covered more down here. I missed this move, unfortunately, again, something I need to work on, but as it popped up under VWAP, now you have all these bag holders in this area. I figured this was a safe area to scale to 3+, shorted some more, covered, and just started recycling, right? Just taking these moves, keeping a core, and luckily I got a nice, really cool bottom tick right here, which was just, that support that I had drawn. So right around there. So that the pumper plays are tough, but again, like Tosh is good at them, right? When they're broken down, they can deflate all day. So that is why I like to play them, and they can be a nice add to the day. EDNT. I had two thoughts on this in the morning, right? It was a micro float. I wasn't in love with it, but I kind of saw this. I saw a few things which gave me some more confidence. So there's this 4 level, right, which isn't a death line, but not every play is a death line, guys. That is key to remember. But I saw it as a key support, whole dollar number. Figured it might be pretty good. So that was kind of my thought. And then I had in the morning this 520 level. Key is with micro floats. 1, new traders should look to avoid them unless it's total backslide or under death line. I say that because, again, if you are not good at stopping out, if there is even a doubt in your mind, I'm pretty quick with putting in hard stops or even stopping out, so like I'm okay with it. But if you're not, you gotta be careful, right? So I'll explain my executions, and then had the push, started stall at the 520ish level, put on a starter or F like 5 something, like 505, and then it washed really fast in the 460s. So I covered the whole thing. I didn't mean to, I just did. Shorted this bounce, got a really quick, nice wash down into like 4. I think what was the bottom cover? 4. I bottom ticked the covers 420, like 6 or something. So at this point, I'm up actually really good on the day. I'm already up, almost $1 on the name. So I know this is like 100% my focus. I'm not going to turn away. And this to me seemed like a confirmed top because we got this big stuff. Started wicking. I just liked it, and tape was pretty heavy, but popped back up to 5, 5 whatever this is, 510. So I shorted some at 480. And then I caught the top tick right here, so I had like a 490s something average, and then it washed pretty quick into the 450s where I covered a good chunk of it, almost all of it. Kept washing all the way down, saw $4 again as a support, so looked to cover, and then just started shorting these pops and covering into 4, but recycling the whole time and kind of playing it how Bao would play it, right? If it breaks 4, I'll add, or if it broke this channel at like 430, I would stop out. And it broke 4. Slammed some, a good amount of size covered here, 375. Got a little early on the 4 scalp. It went back to 4, so I thought this would act as resistance, so I shorted twice, stopped out for break even, and then I lost a couple bucks, like literally nothing. Then I just started shorting that 420s line again, 430, and covering into the washes. So I'll show you what I did. So that was pretty much my whole day. For a micro float, it was pretty straightforward. I think a lot of people weren't playing it because of the float, so maybe that just made it a little easier. I don't know. But pretty straightforward. Ooh, Neuro. This one I want to talk to everybody about. So in the morning, our plan, I know I had a plan to short it. It was because it was down here, right? So I wanted to short it like $3, 350, because that was also this level, and I didn't even have it drawn, but obviously there was a 4 level up here from this and the whole $0.50, right? So my plan was, yes, to short 350 and right around here. So what ended up happening, where a lot of people got caught, was volume started coming in pretty quick at the open. So I just pulled my 3 order. I said, this thing just looks like it's kind of pushing a lot further. I think a chat room got involved. Around here, pushed. So I put on my orders at 350, thinking that was pretty good. Now, my key is with low-hanging fruits. If they don't look normal, stop out. Like, just take the quick loss and be done with it, right? Because what ends up happening is you just end up, adding. Everyone I talked to that kept asking about this chart, like they kept adding and adding and adding. And the problem is, by the time you're done adding, you exhaust yourself, and it becomes a problem, right? So how did I approach it? So I shorted the 350s, stopped out when it got to like 370, because I'm like, this isn't normal. So then around 4, I said, all right, so a tip I've been giving everybody, for me, is like when I feel like I'm getting that tilt feeling, I just immediately, like, I have a rolling chair, I roll back from my computer and take my hands off the keyboard, because I know I'm about to make a mistake. So I just have to, you have to feel that in yourself, in your stomach, and know that about yourself, like when you're trading emotionally. And I think everybody did, which is what caused this too as well. So we get to 4, I see it start topping a tiny bit, throw on my shares, and chat room had got involved again, and it looked like it was stuffing, and we just wash hard to 345. So made my loss back, plus a bunch more. And now I'm thinking, okay, this thing now has tons of overhead. So we wicked down here. So I quickly kind of had my line in this 320s area. I said, okay, so now I'm going to use VWAP and 4 as my, 350 and 4 as my guides. So I started shorting pops into 350, and then it did not look like it was going to push. So I just kind of kept shorting, adding to my full size, because I felt like now it technically had exhausted itself. It had bag holders, chat rooms had been murdered and slaughtered, and I just felt like this was an ideal play. So I got to pretty full size, and then it washed to my level, and I covered. And this is the execution. This is the 350s, covered, attacked, adding, and covering into my line, right? Just that simple. It's not simple, but again, it's just controlling your emotion there. All right, enjoy your weekend, guys. I will see you for weekend mentoring. Enjoy it. Later.
Thank you so much for watching our video. If you want to see more of our videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button here. We do our best to post a new video every single day. If you have any questions about MIC or any general trading questions, please text Tosh using the number here. Also, stay up to date by watching some of our most recent videos right over here.